is enough, and it's time for a change!
Nothing compares to a quiet evening alone. Just the 1, 2. I was just counting on that never happened. I guess I'm dreaming again. Let's be more than this.
Hey, what's up everybody? gilbertblaze here, back with another video. And before I get with my video, if I talk a little funny, it's because I had a root canal done on me a few hours ago. My second one in 2 fucking weeks. So if my mouth is still a little numb here, but I'm going to try my best to talk as best as I can. Because I really want to talk about Money in the Bank and what happened on Raw this week. So, what's there not to talk about? The best part of Raw was obviously the CM Punk promo that began with Raw with him and Cena, and then the contract signing with him and Vince. So what I got out of that, and I know a lot of people already talked about this, what I got out of this was the fact how I liked how real it felt. The interaction between him and Punk and Vince, it felt very real and authentic. It felt like Punk was saying it really was everything was going on in his mind, and a lot that he said was true. And you know, when Vince talked about how he doesn't give a damn about what the people think, it's obviously true. It's the most pure statement of honesty that he has said in like a long time, and admitted, because really Vince does not give a damn about what we want. He says he does. He really does. In his heart, I think he thinks that he really does care about what we think, but deep down inside is what he thinks is his vision, is what he wants. And he thinks he knows what we want. There goes my phone blowing up. So let me turn my phone off. Sorry about that. That is what I think with Vince's, like, his problem is. He thinks he knows what we want. But what I like about that whole interaction was the fact that they managed to still keep Punk healed, because you can go so many routes, so many directions with what's going on right now. I mean, Punk can turn into a huge face if he stays with the WWE. But then it's like, the way it ended, it seemed like Punk still could be that heel, that really great heel. But what I got from that is the fact that, yes, Money in the Bank is going to be extremely unpredictable. The main event is going to be so unpredictable. It's going to be so well worth watching. And we've gone on this cusp lately of really good wrestling shows. I mean, ROH's Best in the World was a good show. Destination X was a good show. And now Money in the Bank has a potential of being a good show, because their card isn't actually weak. It's some really good matches happening. You have Cena and Punk. We know that's going to be so unpredictable. The ending of that, so many different outcomes can happen during the ending of that match that I'll talk about later on. Then you have Orton versus Christian. They've had great matches together. They've had some really good chemistry. Will it be Christian's time to finally beat Orton and win the title back again? I think it is. I think it will be his time. I think Christian will win the title. Then you have the Money in the Bank matches. Now, I'm not really big on the 2 Money in the Bank matches, because for me, they haven't gotten a bigger build-up. And the Money in the Bank match itself is lost its specialty. It lost its special quality that it used to have once a year only at WrestleMania. And now we get this Money in the Bank pay-per-view where we see 2 in one show. So a lot can happen, but I truly feel like the winner of the Raw Money in the Bank is going to cash in the Money in the Bank that night. And I honestly feel like, and then call me crazy, but I really feel like Punk, either we're going to get a Montreal Screwjob, or Punk is going to actually win the title, but the winner of the Money in the Bank, which will probably be Alberto Del Rio. I really want him to be R-Truth, but it probably will be Alberto Del Rio. Damn, my mouth is so fucking numb still from one anesthesia. He's going to probably win the Money in the Bank and cash in on Punk, and then that's going to save the title, quote unquote. But then you have the whole notion of, is John Cena going to get fired? Obviously, no. Anyone thinks Cena's going to get fired is completely insane. I could see Cena, maybe he has another movie in the works, or maybe he'll take some time off. Maybe they will fire him so he can take some time off, and then he'll come back, you know, differently. Well, who knows? But that Raw Money in the Bank match is something that's going to be a key thing to look at, because I think the winner of that match will be the next heavyweight champion. And then you got the SmackDown one. The SmackDown one has all these new people in the Money in the Bank. I mean, Wade Barrett, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel. none of these guys haven't been getting like a world title push in a while now. So it's like, really, are they going to win? No. Then you got Sin Cara, who is no way they're going to give him the Money in the Bank win because he's still new, and they don't want him to push him into like the world title picture just yet. So it's like, I mean, I'm curious. I mean, Kane won the Money in the Bank, and then he cashed it on Rey Mysterio at the pay-per-view. So that's that possibility right there. But there's no way Kane is going to win. So it leaves a lot of unpredictability with that match as well of who's going to win that match. And I doubt they'll cash it in that night because I think they're going to still want to keep Orton versus Christian going happening. But it should be interesting to see who wins that match. I don't want to see Wade Barrett win. I really don't, because he's had his push, he's had his time. Give someone else a chance. And then you also got Big Show and Mark Henry. Now, I told you about Mark Henry. I really feel like this version of him being a heel has been his most believable, has been his best character, I feel. I think he's been really doing a great job. And prior to what happened on Raw, you know, they had that really, I mean, him basically pushing Show and then pushing himself off. I mean, it was done really poor. And then, unfortunately, I heard Drew McIntyre fell really bad. Like, it was an unplanned fall, apparently, and he fell really bad, and he was very shaken up. And one of them should get in trouble for that, because really, McIntyre could have really hurt his back, neck, and it could have been a worse injury. But he didn't get taken away by EMCs, and he was clear to, you know, be good. But he was shaken up really bad because he took a bad fall because it was unplanned, the way he was up in the air and he fell. But I am kind of intrigued by this match because, I mean, it's a classic big man match. And, you know, I'm not a fan of the Big Show. I haven't been for years. I could care less about the guy. But Mark Henry, I think this is like his last run. I mean, I can see him beating Big Show. So we'll see what happens with that. And then you got Kelly Kelly versus Brie Bella. Obviously, me being the women's wrestling mark that I am, I don't know. I just don't care for this match. I really, really don't. I want to like Kelly Kelly. I really do. And I was really high on her when she first started wrestling. I was like, okay, you know, it looks like she wants to really do this. But she hasn't improved really that much. I mean, she has, the stink face now, and what else does she have that's in her arsenal that she can do? I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, she's never going to be like Trish Stratus. She's not going to be another Sable. She's very popular, and don't get me wrong, she's really sweet. She seems like a really sweet, genuine person. But I just can't get, backing to her. And the fact that she's facing Brie Bella, I mean, I like the Bella Twins as heels. They've been great as heels, I guess, but it's just not the same. Just the fact that it could have been Karma in there until she fucking got pregnant. It's just killed that whole shit. And it's like, what else is going to happen? I mean, they got fucking Gail, Kim, and Melina having great matches on Superstars, but that's getting completely wasted away. You still have Eve in there, and I like Eve. I actually do like Eve. I think she has shown a lot of heart and a lot of character and a lot of passion to want to be wrestling. But, I don't know. Kelly Kelly versus Bella, I just could care less who wins. I mean, the title shouldn't be on neither one of them. I mean, seriously, come on, WWE. But I can see Kelly Kelly holding the title for a few months. But, going back to CM Punk, so many different scenarios can happen through this. I mean, it's like I'm anxious. I want to get really deeply 100% into this, but I keep remembering it's the WWE, and they have a tendency to always tease you with greatness, with this potential greatness that's going to happen, and then all of a sudden they flop and they fall flat on their fucking back. And it's like, that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want, let's say, they screw Punk over and give him like a fucking 5-minute match, and then they fuck him over, boom, then he's done. I mean, that can potentially happen. Who knows what can happen? But they're on this cusp, WWE, right now, of like getting out of the PG-13 era and might be getting back into rated R, almost, because lately you've been hearing the word pro wrestling and wrestler, and it seems like they're really like trying hard to get things, back to normal again, like where it used to be, and all these forbidden words that was like banned from WWE is getting said on WWE television again. It's like, I want to see this happening. I know we all want to see this happening. Get out of the PG-13 crap and stop being afraid to say certain words and being tiptoeing around the daisy, so to speak, and what can you do and what can you not do. There's like a lot of potential here that can happen, and they're on this great high of like, damn, like Punk, for example, he has like this Stone Cold vibe to him, like him, Punk against Vince. It's like the anti-hero, the guy that hates his boss and wants to go after his boss. Punk has that kind of attitude, that momentum going right now, and they can do so much with it, so much. But it all, I guess, falls on the writers and what they're going to have planned for him and Vince in general, and it's like, I'm just worried. I'm worried that it's going to fall flat on their backs, and we're going to all get gasped, and then it's going to be like, done. And that's what I don't want to happen. So, I mean, will I order Money in the Bank? I probably won't, because I ordered Destination X, my first ever TNA pay-per-view I ever ordered. So I don't think I'm going to order back-to-back pay-per-views. But I think people should watch this pay-per-view. I mean, there's a lot of mysterious intrigue going on in this pay-per-view. And, you know, I want to be satisfied by the WWE. I want something good to happen. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be like one of those people that want to bash WWE all the time and be like, oh, he just wants to bash WWE and jump on a bandwagon and bash WWE all the time. You know, I was talking to my friend Simon Nyko, HD, Canada's own, and we was talking while we was watching Destination X, talking about the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and I was telling him how you know, I wasn't that excited for it, that it might not be better than Destination X, but after this Raw and seeing Punk's promo and how he interacted with Vince, it does get me more excited now to want to watch this pay-per-view. So that's what I wanted to say for now. Let me know what you all thought. Give me your feedback, and let's see what happens on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it, so we'll see. Talk to y'all later. Peace.